It was the big result from yesterday, wasn't it? Spain 6, Argentina 1. The Argentina newspapers are not happy. What a catastrophe, massacre in Madrid. We need 3 Messis, says Ole, as we welcome in our Argentinian colleague from ESPN Deportes, Ricardo Ortiz, with us. Ricardo, how vicious has the criticism been over the last 24 hours?
Yeah, it's been incredible. Thank you for inviting me once again. Argentina has to do really bad for me to be on the show.
Normally it's Messi doing bad today.
It's the only reason I'm happy that they lost 6-1. But the press has been on Argentina for many years now since they lost in the final of the World Cup. Remember, Messi left the national team and eventually came back. They went through 3 coaches since then. Sampaoli has about 10 to 12 games with this team, and he has tried 102 players in the last 10 teams. He has called up 102 players. What happens in Argentina, that anything that is not a win by a lot is a catastrophe. So imagine when you lose 6-1. But I really don't believe in this 6-1. Personally, I'm one of the few. Because I saw something totally different. When you look at the result, that's what everybody looks at. 6-1. But Messi wasn't there, Agüero wasn't there, Facio wasn't there. There was a lot of players that weren't on the pitch.
You're not selling it.
No, okay. For the first 60 minutes, Argentina, with 2 players, the first time playing on the national team, another guy had a second game, and the other one the third. Against Spain, in Spain, that been playing together for the last 10 years, most of them. For the first 60 minutes, it was 2-1, and the possession of the ball was pretty much 50-50 until then.
But then, obviously, the focus is going to be what happened after.
But the focus is what happened afterwards. Look, Messi wasn't on the field, and that is huge.
But Messi's not a defender.
No, Messi's not a defender, but when he has the ball, and he takes it up front, I can guarantee you that Jordi Alba would have never crossed the midfield line, not once. And that's a big thing, because what happened, Spain is attacked a lot on the left with Iniesta, with Isco, with Alba. If you have Messi, you stop that. The other thing was the big problem, and this is where you're going to buy it, is that Sampaoli wants to play the way Messi wants to play. It's 4 in the back, 2, 3, and 1. Okay, so Messi's not on the field. He's trying that system to see which player would be better to play along Messi. What happens is you look at the result. It was 2-1 for 60 minutes, and then all of a sudden it's 6-1. The problem is that a lot of those players are not at the level. But once you get the whole team, I really believe in this Argentinian team.
This is not what we do in this show. We can make a 2-1 victory into a negative.
Yeah, no.
Shake my hand. You're the first ever, only ever Argentinian I've met that's positive after a 6-1 defeat.
Yes, because Messi wasn't.
He left Dybala at home. He left Icardi at home because he said, look, these players aren't ready to play in this system.
That's right.
You look at the way in which
he also says he doesn't like how Germany plays. I'm sure he likes how Spain plays. All right. Look, this is a problem not having Dybala on this team, and especially Icardi. Look, it's not Sampaoli's fault that in the first couple of minutes, Higuaín, right next to the goalkeeper, sends it to where? It ended up in Bernabeu from the Atletico Madrid. Any other player, at least he takes a shot on goal. And then give me Agüero in that position, okay? Agüero probably would have scored. Then you have this kid Misa. This is very positive. He was phenomenal. It was his first game ever with the national team. He might be a starter. He's definitely going. There's a lot of teams in Europe that now are interested in him after one game, and they found a player that could be together, somebody that could play with Messi.
Well, I agree with you that Messi being on the field conditions what other teams do offensively. Come on now. It's 6-1. And at 6-1, you saw...
You're looking at the result.
No. I'm going to look at the mistakes.
11 shots on goal, both.
I'm going to look at the mistakes. The lack of athleticism in the middle of midfield by Argentina, if they play like that, they cannot compete with the best teams in the world.
Of course, because everybody said, why didn't he put a team to play defensively to try to hold on Spain that you're playing? Because it's a friendly. He's trying out his system. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. If this game ends 3-1, probably the conversation would have been different all over the world. The problem is, again, you're looking at the result.
Yeah.
What he went for the system he wants to play with Messi. And then he put other players in that also played for the first time on the national team. Look, I'm sorry. This is what you do in friendlies before the World Cup.
Not against Spain. There are friendlies in which you can get away with this, I agree.
I understand.
But you don't do it against Spain because this will happen,
but you took it,
all of that coverage.
Let's talk about the first 60 minutes when it was 2-1, where Higuain misses a goal that he's right there.
Write all these down.
How do you analyze soccer on this show? I don't know.
For some reason, we analysed 90 minutes.
Yeah, 90 minutes. It's a 90-minute game.
Look, I don't.
And it's
I analyze it by parts.
Well,
All right, I'll tell you what, shall we talk about the last 30?
yes, let's talk about the last 30.
Let's talk about the last 30 if you want.
I'm amazed this year.
Let's talk about the odds for the World Cup.
Oh, I have to say, odds-on favourites.
Right. So remember the games are 90 minutes in the World Cup, not 60.
Well, that's changing.
What are the expectations? It must be to win it, surely, because it's Argentina.
It is to win it because any other thing would be a catastrophe. And look, the way Messi is playing right now, and putting the players that I said that were not on this game, I think Argentina has a chance. Look, you're not the only one giving me this. I get it in Spanish, too. Probably in Chinese if I could speak it. But look, I think Messi is out of this world, and when he plays, he makes everybody better. They play more for him. This game showed that, for example, Mascherano is not ready because he's playing in China. He's not up to it. He put Banega in a place way up front next to Higuain when he's more of a central midfielder, and it makes a big difference. When he came in the other day against Italy, he changed the game around. So, look, we see it different. Hey, you're not the first.
Ricardo Ortiz, as always, thank you very much for coming on. Man, you love Sao Paulo. We thought Gab did.